Welcome back, YouTube. How you doing, bro? How you doing? I'd like to welcome you all back to 2026 with a terminal diagnosis. The terminally retarded Nina Lin.
If I walk past you at 3 a.m., please don't talk to me. The fuck, don't be ni hao, because I'm not gonna fucking say, oh, hello, back. The fuck? Bitch, I live in America, bitch. You don't know if I know Chinese or not. There's a whole bunch of bitches that don't know fucking Chinese. So, what's poppin'?
Good God, my ears are bleeding. Now, I'm pretty sure you are all aware who this waste of oxygen is, but in case you're not aware, I'll bring you up to speed. Nina Lin is an IRL streamer who has gotten into hot water recently, with a few controversies now securely under her belt. Whether it's forcing someone into sexual situations without consent, or stealing content on stream from Target, Nina certainly isn't one to shy away from problematic situations. And it should be even clear to the blind that this lady is a complete and utter piece of shit. Due to this degenerate's general behavior, Nina has been banned from streaming sites several times. None of these have managed to stick though, since she just gets her account reinstated almost immediately afterwards. Which kinda just reinforces the idea that she can do these things without any serious repercussions. And breaking news, which I'm sure will be an absolute surprise to fucking nobody, she's unbanned again. For like the 18th fucking time, mind you. Now, if Twitch executives were in a war zone, they'd probably be all dead in the water because they can't seem to pull the fucking trigger when it counts. Exactly how many of these assholes is Nina Lin sucking off just to stay on the platform? When it comes to the topic of banning people off their site, Twitch really needs to make it make sense. There are documented examples of people getting far harsher treatments for far less than what Nina Painal in my anal Lin has ever committed during her esteemed tenure as a streamer. But she's clearly a master at avoiding culpability, maybe even better at dodging accountability than Diddy.
Shots fired, shots fired.
The worst part about all this is, Nina doesn't even appear to be remotely sorry for anything she's ever done. Like how she tried to justify the sexual assault.
He says, I feel like you did some shit wrong.
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. I was gonna talk to him because you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
Or how about her just laughing off the theft from Target?
I'm telling you, bro, even if it was the stakes, bro, ain't nobody missing no fucking money, bitch. Calm the fuck down. Matter of fact, you wanna make a news? I got these from Target too, guys. Look, I got these from Target too. Guess how much I paid? $3.99.
She's either allergic to accountability or she simply just doesn't care. And even if she's just playing a character, it doesn't explain her shit behavior or her actual crimes that were documented in 4K. Why Twitch hasn't done anything about this yet remains a bigger mystery than the fucking Void Sentry in One Piece. But I have theories. It's clear that Nina is a shit stain. But what else can be done about a shit stain that refuses to be washed away even with the most powerful of cleaning agents? Nothing! We do nothing. I'll say it again, we do nothing. The worst thing you can do for people like this is give them attention, even if it's negative attention. Because to these clowns, any kind of attention is good, even if it's bad. So my advice would be to just ignore her, and people like her. Because people like her getting permabanned doesn't mean anything. And hate watching is still watching. These vile pustules of malignant ooze feed off of that shit like parasites. It doesn't do anything to deter any of their actions. And clearly, Twitch won't take any substantial action. Because to them, anybody with a viable pussy gets protected like the Lord's Son, Jesus Christ. They give a whole new definition to the word holy. So the question we are all presented with is this one. Why is Nina still allowed on these platforms despite her concerning behavior? Well guys, you're not gonna like my answer to this. I don't know why she gets away with it. Everything she's done should have resulted in her being permanently banned off the platform. But let's all gather our collective intelligence and try and hazard a guess as to what it could be. Let's mull over a couple of options. Possible reason number 1. Her actions weren't that bad. I think we can effectively eliminate that shit. As shown in the past, people have been banned for far less than what Nina Lin has done. So that argument doesn't hold any weight. She should have been banned. That's not it. Reason number the second. She brings in Twitch a lot of money. Now, I don't profess to know the situation regarding cash. I don't know the financials of the situation, but I would say that this probably isn't it either. She may make the money, but it's possible that her actions and behavior could cost Twitch a lot more money. I'm willing to say that it's not this. So that brings us to the third possible reason, and that is that these streaming platforms are just full of simps. What's that? Fuck, sorry about that. Thought there was someone trying to rob my house. Where was I? Right, the reasons why Nina Lin hasn't been banned permanently. Again, I know that the word simp has been thrown around a lot the last couple years, but I think in this case, it's probably more true than the other two theorized, speculatory, whatever, or the two other speculations I've said. And I would say this is more likely than the other ones. And the reason I say that is because this kind of stuff has happened before in the past, so there's precedent for it. I've mentioned this in another video, in my OnlyFans Sims video. There was a case, I say case, makes it sound like a fucking court case, but there was an event that happened where a lady got banned from Twitch for having sex online. She got I think it was a mighty 7 days. Yeah, her resulting ban was a mighty 7 days off the platform, and she was allowed back on, despite the fact that she clearly violated the terms of service. And with Nina Lin, I see an extremely similar pattern, which brings up a greater issue. This whole thing is a lot bigger than just Nina Lin. I mean, sure, she's an absolute fucking tallywhacker. We all know that. Nobody's denying it. But think about it. If these rules that they stipulate were actually adhered to, then this wouldn't be the case, and people wouldn't be making videos like this. It never would have gotten to this point. So I'm calling out all you streaming platforms, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Make this shit make sense. If someone flouts the terms of service, actually grow some fucking balls and administer the appropriate punishment. Fuck, is it that hard? Because to me, it seems like these rules are not ironclad but more malleable in nature, meaning that they're more subject to the whims of those enforcing them, which screams abuse of power no matter which way you slice it, right?
You make me want to vomit.
But what can you expect from a group of overaged Redditor mod virgins who got promoted to the big leagues of Twitch and stuff, right? It'd be folly to believe that these men can contain themselves around women, even if it's only through a screen. So all that can be done is to ignore people like Nina and then hope that the cancer goes into remission forever. That's like our only weapon, the only tool we can bring to this fight, because it's clear that Twitch, or any other streaming platform, isn't going to excise the problem anytime soon. But I think you've heard me yap enough about this. How do you guys feel about situations like this? Do you think it's unfair? Do you think Nina is justified in what she does? Let me know. Let me down below. Anyways, back to a more positive note. Enjoy your guys' New Year's, Enjoy 2026. Keep the resolutions going strong. Do less drugs than last year? Maybe. I'll see you all in the next one. Rose out.